Welcome back, my dear student. It is a pleasure to have you here again. Now, on this lecture here, we're going to write some PHP. Since our database application right here, our request is being sent to the server, we're getting a response back to our little application, right? So we say hello, and we get it right here. So this is working. Now we're done with it. So let's go ahead and concentrate on our PHP. Now, we don't need to be echoing anything out. So let's just take that echo out of there and let's start writing our query. How about that? Right? Finally, some PHP code. I love PHP. Let's go ahead and check first if this, which is this here, is empty or not, because we don't want to, empty information to be sent to our server. So we're just gonna say just a simple if statement here. We're just gonna say if it's not actually empty, we're just gonna use this function empty. If it's not empty, all right, if it's not empty, then we want to do something with it, right? So let's just say we're gonna make a query. We're gonna select all from where? From our users table. Actually, it's not users, it's cars, where cars like, and that's the special keyword there just to find similar things, right? Or something started with certain word, and search, and the percentage right here. All right, if you don't know what I'm doing, just make sure you watch my PHP course. It's gonna teach you everything that you need to know about my writing stuff like this, right? SQL statements. All right, so we're gonna start searching our database for anything. Well, when we type here the first word, it's gonna find something in our database. All right, so if it's not empty, we do that. So the next thing for us to do is actually send that query in. So I'm just gonna say something like AJAX, actually search query. That sounds more semantic, right? Search query, and let's just send it with my SQLi. There we go, query. Let's send it in with a connection, and let's send it in now with this with the query. All right, perfect. Make sure this is search. Actually spelled it wrong. I also like to check on my connection. All right, I like to check on everything. I don't like to be writing code that maybe later on is going to give me a problem if I don't check it before. All right, so let's make sure that query is actually successful. So if it's not query, what I want you to do, PHP, is go and die. Actually, not really. Just killed every script below there. So in a way, die. That's a really good name for it, right? My SQLi error. Give me an error also. Let's send in the connection so that way you know to give me an error, right? To especially for this connection here. All right. So if our query is not successful, it's going to give us an error. All right. There we go. No errors means good. So if I make any mistake here on that query and I come here and I type in D, then we get this big error here. Perfect. So our query is actually working, and I think we are good here. Let's just make sure. All right. So in the next part here, I'm going to leave this lecture here. I like to make it short and sweet so that way you can have some coffee time or maybe some wine time and relax. All right. So on the next one, we're going to continue building this query here, and we'll build a next function that's going to pull everything from the database. All right. So thank you again for giving me this opportunity. It's really, really a pleasure. All right. So I'll see you in the next lecture. Take care.